Welcome to my channel, everybody, and welcome Fauzia fans. Happy 2023 to all of you, whether you're in Canada or all around the globe. She has amassed quite a following, hasn't she? What a wonderful start in 2023 to a woman that I've supported for over 4 years now, into its 5th year, and seen her grow from a couple of thousand to a couple of 100,000, and now to say in 2023 that she's got over 2.23 million and still growing every week of fans around the globe. It's just wonderful, because that liquid gold voice, as I said in the very beginning, one of my first reactions, and I'm updating all my reactions to Fauzia, and I'm going to put a link each time to each new reaction in 2023, so you can look at all the reactions to Fauzia at once if you wish. I just want to say she's covering a song that I know from the original person that sung it, the Belgique singer, Jacques Brel. And you always say Brel. My mother used to say Brel, it's Jacques Brel. And I know him simply because my mother used to play a lot of French songs. When I read that Fauzia also listened to this when she was growing up, I thought, at last, all the years I've supported this woman on my channel, and she finally has something we can share. Great. So Fauzia, we have something, great taste. But the song comes with a dark cloud over it, which I'll explain in a minute, what the meaning of the song is. It needs to be explained. You can't just play Fauzia, the song, and then sit back and react and go. I put together a very special video. This particular video was a video that I didn't use for a song by Ennio Morricone, the Italian great composer that died, and Dulce Pontes from Portugal, fabulous singer. And she sang Your Love, which is a theme song for a film. So I sat and I said, I'm going to keep this particular video I didn't use and add another voice for another song to it, because it was so beautiful, it was so effective. And I had discovered it after I recorded my version of Ennio's song and Dulce's song. So in 2023, I'm putting Fauzia's song to this to give it a more visual aspect. It needs it, the song needs it. And you'll understand why by the end of the video. Fauzia, I'm excited. It's the first time I've heard you sing in French. Secondly, it's a song I heard growing up myself just once, and it made such an impression, by Jacques Brel, as my mother would say. So let's go into a little bit of bio, as I always do. Ne me quitte pas, today's song, is a 1950 song by the Belgique singer-songwriter Jacques Brel. It's been covered by many French artists, has been translated into and performed by many in many languages. A well-known adaptation with English lyrics by Rod McKuen is If You Go Away. The background to this song is considered by some is Brel's ultimate classic song. It was written after Brel's mistress at the time, Zizou, Suzanne Gabriello, threw him out of her life. Zizou was pregnant with Brel's child, but Brel refused to acknowledge it as his own. And later she had an abortion due to Brel's actions. Brel first recorded the song in '59, and it was released on his 4th album, La Valse à Mille Tons. It was published by Warner Chappell Publishing. In '61, a Dutch language version song by Brel was released on Philips' label, titled Laat me niet alleen, with lyrics by Ernst van Altena. It was B-side to Marieke, also a Dutch language version. Brel recorded Ne me quitte pas again as the title track of his 1972 album. Now, in a 1966 interview, he said, Ne me quitte pas was not a love song, but rather a hymn to the cowardice of men, and to the degree to which they were willing to humiliate themselves. He knew, he said, it would give pleasure to women who assumed it was a love song, And he understood that, but it was not. Other people that have covered this song are too numerous on my channel to mention, but a few. Shirley Bassey, Nina Simone, Celine Dion. Olivia Newton-John springs to mind from Australia. The late Olivia, God rest. And thank you for the music, Olivia, too. But let's get back to Fauzia's version. I'm looking forward, because I've never heard her sing in French. I'm looking forward to a song we are now connected to. So at last I'm connected to an artist, one of many on my channel, whom I have always said her voice is uniquely unique and liquid gold, dripping in liquid gold. And the world has recognized it now, because she has gone, as I said, up to 2.23 million followers just on YouTube, and growing and growing. So in the years that I've supported her, I've seen this wonderful artist just mature so beautifully. So congratulations, Fauzia, and all the fans that keep supporting her. I hope I do this well. It's all live. Fingers crossed, everybody, that when I press the button, Fauzia begins singing. I'll also press the button for the video to begin, and they actually end beautifully together. Again, Lady Zion does appear in the video, who created the video at the very end, but I'm giving her recognition now in case it doesn't. And as I said, her channel is Melina Nasco on YouTube, simply because it is a beautifully put together video of flowers that represent the poignant lyrics and words of this song that we're about to hear. Let's sit back, let's savor Fauzia and why she has amassed millions of fans. And as I said, I just need to do one thing first and then the next. See, it's all live. It's 2023. I'm excited for the year, but more excited to hear this.
Ne me quitte pas, il faut oublier, tout peut s'oublier, qui s'enfuit déjà, oublier le temps des malentendus et le temps perdu, à savoir comment oublier ces heures qui tuaient parfois à coups de pourquoi le cœur du bonheur. Ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas. Moi, je t'offrirai des perles de pluie venues de pays où il ne pleut pas. Je creuserai la terre jusqu'après ma mort pour couvrir ton corps d'or et de lumière. Je ferai un domaine où l'amour sera roi, où l'amour sera loi, où tu seras reine. Ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas. Ne me quitte pas, je t'inventerai des mots insensés que tu comprendras. Je te parlerai de ces amants-là qui ont vu deux fois leur cœur s'embraser. Je te raconterai l'histoire de ce roi mort de n'avoir pas pu te rencontrer. Ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas. On a vu souvent rejaillir le feu d'un ancien volcan qu'on croyait trop vieux. Il est, paraît-il, des terres brûlées donnant plus de blé que mer avril. Et quand vient le soir pour qu'un ciel flamboie, le rouge et le noir ne s'épousent-ils pas? Ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas. Je ne vais plus pleurer, je ne vais plus parler, je me cacherai là à te regarder, danser, sourire et à t'écouter, chanter puis rire. Laisse-moi devenir l'ombre de ton ombre, l'ombre de ta main, l'ombre de ton chien. Ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas.
I have to say, isn't that just spectacular?
Girl, it
really,
doesn't matter what.
just spectacular. I knew it would be, honestly, because when Fauzia sings in any language, you just melt. And I think that video did that song justice. Straight to the lyrics, everybody, because I don't want to run out of time, and I don't want to bore you in 2023. I'm sure you've got many exciting things to do. It begins in English. Do not leave me. You must forget everything can be forgotten that already fled. Forget time, misunderstandings, and lost time. To know how, forget those hours. Sometimes killing a shot's why. The heart of happiness. Do not leave me. Do not leave me. Do not leave me. Do not leave me. So the song, because we know the background, because we know what she did to Burrell's actions of not accepting the pregnancy, I think what happens with certain people, and it's no justification for Burrell not accepting, it's different times, everybody. You have to go back and speak to your parents, your grandparents, and they will tell you. And I'm sure the youth of today are sitting going, I'm so glad we're living in 2023 and not my parents' time or my grandparents. Things were radically different all over the world. And when it came to a woman being pregnant, she needed the support of a man, because she wouldn't get it from her family. She wouldn't get it from, if she was religious, from the local religious person, whether it be a priest or a minister, whomever, dependent. It was considered a mortal sin. It was considered a woman pregnant without a husband, without support, was somebody to frown upon. And straight away they were labeled either prostitutes or other bad names. It's just incredible how accepting in the modern democracy world that we live in, especially in Ireland, that it is accepted. And thank God for radical change. It takes two to make a child, and the man always seemed to step back from responsibility. So, always like men of that time, he thought like a man of this time. He stepped back instead of stepping forward. It wasn't the right time. And he says, you must forget everything can be forgotten. No, it can't. And I disagree with the lyrics. No, it cannot. Because now that we know the substance of this song, and it's not a love song, I can argue that in a modern perspective. Even women were thrown into convents when they were pregnant in Ireland. Just thrown in. You're pregnant, you're going to the convent. They took the baby, they adopted them to America. Nobody knew. They paid money, childless couples, to the sister of the convent, and it was all hidden. Everything was secretive, but it went on all around the world, different things. And the woman always suffered. So it can't be forgotten. She had to have an abortion. She didn't want any of those things I mentioned to happen to her. So let's continue in verse 2. He says, I will offer you pearls of rain, sweet talks for when he's learnt of such a horrific thing that she had to do. I think saying, I will offer you pearls of rain, in other words, his tears of, I will share this pain with you. Too late, Burrell, too late. Coming from countries where it's not raining, I'll dig the earth until after my death. So he wants to bury himself in shame after learning what she did. In a way, I'm fighting my conscience here because it's almost anger coming out of me. Saying, God damn it, why couldn't you have done this, done that? But we have to remember, it was different times. The mental set of a man was different. And the family would never have accepted, in most cases, this woman because she had sex before marriage. It wasn't done, everybody. So young girls listening to this, Fawzia fans following Fawzia, be grateful for the times you live in that you can speak to your parents about these issues. But I always say prevention is better. Try and prevent it from happening. Because a child is a lifetime commitment, not short term. But for the man, they can just turn around and walk away. And then he says, I'll dig the earth until after my death to cover your body golden light. So he keeps in his lyrics, it's almost like sprinkling gold dust on his actions, saying, I'm mourning, I'm sorry for what happened, sorry for what I put you through, but you'll always be that golden girl. It's almost like he wants to redeem himself in the lyrics, but you can't redeem yourself. The action happened. She had no support, she was vulnerable. She didn't want a lifelong commitment if there was nobody, the father of the child wasn't going to be with her. Because in those days as well, when a girl became pregnant, it was almost instantaneous marriage. And if she wasn't going to have anything, it's better not to have the child at all. And he says, I'll make a domain where love will be a king, where love will be law, where you will be queen. So he'll be king and queen of their domain. And do not leave me, do not leave me, do not leave me, do not leave me. So that it almost becomes a chant, a prayer of, not redemption, what's the word I'm looking for? Of, oh, come on, just forgiveness. That's the word. But you can't forgive. It continues, do not leave me. I will invent you foolish words that you will understand. But then again, how can you invent foolish words when you have done the foolish actions too? And I don't like the way he's put in this song foolish. I think it's a transparent word that ought never to have been used in a song. There was no foolishness about what she had to do. An abortion in many places around the world is condemned. And it's considered a murder of a child. And that's not my views, that's countries' views in different countries. Not necessarily now even in Catholic Ireland, people have their own views. But foolish is a very transparent word, a very feeble word, a very cowardly word. And he says that she'll understand. But how can she understand? With no support, she had to do it. She was forced into a situation, scared, both scared. But she has to live with the shame and the dishonor that she had to sacrifice a life for her to have a life. I will talk to you, he says, of those lovers have seen twice, their hearts ignite. I will tell you a story of this king, dead of not having could meet you. Do not leave me, do not leave me, do not leave me. So he wants to take redemption in his lyrics by he's almost solving the guilt, the upset, knowing what she went through, and he's mourning selfishly on his own. So he writes this song to mourn, to release those feelings of guilt but far too late because the woman who had to have the abortion has to live with that permanently. Writing a song, making yourself feel, oh, I'm okay about this, I've written this song, is quite another thing. And for me, in the modern way of thinking today, it's just not acceptable. So that's it. It's quite long, this video. That is my analysis of the lyrics. Fawzia, congratulations on all the followers. Your worldwide success, may it long continue. And welcome back 2023 to my channel. Take care for now, everybody. Goodbye.